Good afternoon, it's Jessica Peterson. Thank you so much for speaking with me today and accepting this free video. So today we're just going to walk through a few tips you can start applying right away, and it's really going to help with that online presence and generating more traffic to your website. You guys have a very large service area, the entire state of New Mexico and West Texas. So you guys should be generating a lot more traffic. So these tips that I show you today should help you do just that. And I know that they work because we've used it with over 50 other restoration companies throughout the United States. And it has done tremendous things for them. So I know it will help you guys too. Alright, so we're going to talk about content, we're going to talk about citations, and then your backlinks, okay? So when it comes to ranking on Google, content is king. And you do need a lot of content. So I'm happy to see that you do have separate pages for all your major services. That's really good. I would love to see, I can't quite tell if you have service area pages, but I would definitely have service area pages for the major cities and areas in New Mexico, as well as in West Texas, so that you can actually be found in each of those areas, and build your content around that. So it looks like our focus on this page is New Mexico, which is fine. So you'd want your home page and all your service pages to be focused on New Mexico keywords, and then have those service area pages to focus on Albuquerque and some of those other areas. So when it comes to ranking, like I said, content is key. We need a lot of content. And this content needs to be built around the services that you offer, and those local or state keywords. Do not combine Texas and New Mexico keywords together. Keep it all focused on one location. You can mention at the top that you serve those areas, but you need to separate locations. Google will get confused, and they're not going to know who to send to your website. So have those separate service area pages. Every single image and video needs to be optimized. Images should be optimized with the local keywords. Notice this just says favicon, so that's not actually helping you. You need every single image on your website to have the local keyword. And if you're targeting your main pages to be New Mexico, then it should be a New Mexico-based keyword. Now keep in mind, people search differently, and you want to capitalize on the various searches. So you need to build content around that. So you have a good basic foundation, and you have a decent amount of content, but this content just needs to be optimized. It needs to be written the right way, with the right local keywords. And you need at least 1,500 words or more for this home page. If you find that your competitors have more words, then you need more than they have. We always have to do more than our competition if we want to outrank them. So make sure that you have more words on your page. If they have 1,500, you want 1,800 or 2,000, okay? So you have to optimize your content and your keyword strategy. So this is going to be important for you guys. Google sends crawlers to your website to try and understand what type, all the services you offer and where you offer those services. And they are looking at those keywords because 99% of people don't search by your name. They search by the service they need. And so you have to have those local keywords. Otherwise, Google doesn't know what people to send you. Okay, so if you want the traffic, you have to dial in your content and keyword strategy. if we look at the top competitor, now you're going to have top competitors in every location. But since you're based in Albuquerque, that's where I'm basing this, okay? So in Albuquerque, for water damage, your top competitor is ServPro. ServPro is very beatable. As a franchise, you're not having to compete against the entire franchise, only those local franchisees. And as a franchisee, they have their hands tied. They're not allowed to modify this content. And so they can't really focus on a strategy that's going to drive them the most customers. So you have that advantage. You can do better than them. And it's going to be super easy. Just having more content, more pages, more long form blogs, etc. So these guys are going to be super easy for you guys to beat. As we know, your customers, when they do a search, they're going to do a search with something like this. And you want your company to be one of the first to show up no matter where they're located if it's in your service area, okay? And in order to do that, there's 3 different spots that you can have good position in, okay? So you have the ads, and that's your cost per click ads and local service ads. And that can be really profitable for you guys as long as you have your foundation dialed in. The second section here, this is the most important section. This is your Google Map Pack or Google My Business Profile. In Albuquerque, you are in this top 3, so awesome job there. But when you find that you're not in the top for any one of your services in your service area, then you need to further optimize this profile, and you need to go after and get more citations. And citations are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories. And those are things like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's List, House. All of those are citations. So we always need more of those than our competition. And every single one of those sends signals to Google to tell Google what services you offer and where. So those are important for you guys. And this third section here, this is the organic section. This is the most important section. So you want your business to show up wherever you serve for your services. So in order to do this, well, let me go back a second. The reason this is the most important is because 60 to 70% of people will skip the ads and they'll skip this map area here and they come straight to the organic. So when you're not one of these top companies, again, you're leaving 60 to 70% of your jobs on the table. And this all comes down to the foundation of this website, having it properly built with the right content and keyword strategy, pages, etc. And then you have to support that with backlink SEO strategy. So this here is Ahrefs, a paid program we use to tell us how your website is performing. And we can see here you guys have a rating of a 21 out of 100 in Google's Trustflow. So that's not too bad. The score is partly based on your website content, but more so the power you send to it. And we power up websites with backlinks. So it's important to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. You do need a lot of these backlinks, and we do need more than your competition. But not all backlinks are created equal. You have to go after the do follow links that are most related to the services you offer. So these are coming from other websites, from other home service-based businesses, vendors, etc. So you need a lot of those. And the more of those good quality links, the higher this score gets, the more Google trusts, and the more they are promoting your website higher and higher, helping you rank those keywords. Now, you have actually been indexed for over 700 keywords, but you're only getting about 180 people currently to your website. It looks like at some point you were getting over 4,000. So I don't know where that's coming from or what happened or why. I don't know if this was just blog traffic, but for some reason you've taken a huge dip in traffic. So that is something to look at. Now, if we look at your keywords, there's 10 spots per page on Google. Most of the keywords that you're ranking for, most of these are blog articles. And most blog articles, some of them are local keywords, which are good, but most of what you're ranking for are blog articles, and those are not people that are going to convert right now. These are people doing research and looking for somebody to trust, and when they're ready, they may or may not contact you, okay? So blogs are important. They help with the content. They can help you rank for more local keywords, but our biggest focus should be on those local keywords and state keywords. And so you have been indexed and do rank for a couple New Mexico keywords and a couple Albuquerque keywords, which is great. But for serving the entire state of New Mexico and all of the areas in there, you're missing quite a bit of keywords and traffic, and let alone in Texas. So you definitely need to work on a strategy that's going to drive customers to your website, okay? If we look at your competition, again, this is just Albuquerque's. They've got a low score, but their website as a whole has a lot of power. And because of that, it's able to push power to all of these other franchisee pages. And so even though they've only got 6 keywords, they're getting 35 traffic, and that's because they are actually ranking in the top positions for these local buyer intent keywords. And you are ranking for a couple of them, but you're at the bottom of the page. So the higher you are to the top of Google, the higher percentage of that volume that you'll get. So definitely work on that content and keyword strategy. Support it with your backlinks, and you guys have huge potential. Okay? Please feel free to take all this information, run with it, apply it today. And you guys have a potential to dominate in all of your service areas. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and you want to partner in this, go ahead and give us a call at Peterson SEO. This is what we specialize in, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to ask any questions, reply to my email, or give me a call here. And let me know also what you thought of this video. Did you find it helpful? I would love to know so that I can make them even better next time. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.